have a look at the Toronto roster, the starting 11 for Toronto FC. And as we've been pointing out, Craig, it is pretty much a strong team for Toronto FC with one exception, and that exception will take place in goal, where it's actually a player who's not even under contract. He's a trialist, is Freddy Hall.
Well, you look at Stefan Fry, still out injured at the present moment. Kosic is doing very well at the number 1, holding that position down. Then you go down and you're looking at a 17-year-old with Quillan Roberts in that position. They needed somebody in between that. There's too much for a 17-year-old to be asked to do that at this stage of his career. So Freddy Hall is on trial. They're having a look at him. Paul Mariner knew him from Plymouth. He was at Northampton last season, and now he's got a chance to maybe stick at Toronto FC if he does well. So a big moment for Freddy Hall. There's
Paul Mariner having a little chat with Brendan Rodgers, who we got to know a little bit yesterday. A fine man, very friendly, very outgoing, and he knows the task at hand, and he's relishing the opportunity to do for Liverpool what he was able to do for Swansea, and that was keep them up, and of course hopefully a lot more for Liverpool rather than just keep them up. Obviously a Champions League spot is one of the goals. Here's his lineup. Now we know there's a lot of main players such as Steven Gerrard not here. This is what he'll put out in the first half. He will change this team completely in the second half, as we'll know.
Even Stephen Hart, the national team manager, phoned him up and joked with him.
Johnson with an opportunity. Ryan Johnson touched by the post by Brad Jones. His first real save of the afternoon. Johnson's first opportunity.
New manager, new lease of life, new opportunities. These players for Liverpool are playing for spots.
There's a ball over the top that Ecclestone was trying to get to. Did get a touch on it, but nothing serious to bother Freddy Hall in the Toronto goal. eBay trying to get around Pasher. Nice tackle from the kid Pasher.
Oh, that's outstanding from Pasher, the 18-year-old. Absolutely brilliant against a very tough player to play against eBay.
There's Enrique. Moves there. That looked like a handball on Dunfield. Maybe not. The referee says no. The Liverpool players sure thought so.
Certainly looked as though there was some contact there.
There's Camargo. Sergio Camargo is number 33 for Toronto. Highly touted youngster from Newmarket, Ontario. And there's a ball, and that just goes over the top of everything. And that came from Quincy Amarikwa. Amarikwa, the latest acquisition from Toronto FC. They just signed him. Brought him over from New York Red Bulls. Morgan is another academy player. 20 goals, 2 straight years for the reserves. There's a good-looking play there. Failed to materialize at the end. And just to confirm, there is a storm in the area, and so you can see the roof is just about all the way closed, just a sliver of sky showing through. We're told that if the storm either dissipates or passes in time, they will reopen the roof. That's the beauty of this place. There's a shot and a good save. Rebound for Camargo. That's Amarikwa, pardon me, Amarikwa. Quincy Amarikwa, one of the very newest Toronto players, has scored.
Well, it's a large Liverpool contingent of fans, but I tell you what, they enjoyed this. They stood on their feet and celebrated this goal. They wanted to see something good, and this was very well played by a young Toronto FC team here in the second half. Galati makes a good save, drops very kindly. Reggie, he does well to knock it in the net. Then it was gaping, was wide open. Excellent work from Toronto FC. And what they did at halftime for these young players is tell them to go out and express yourself. You have nothing to lose. And that's the sort of thing comes with experience. Well covered on that particular occasion by Harden.
Look out, here's Raheem Sterling in the box. Got through Sterling, oh, and they finished it off. Liverpool have the equalizer after a turnover. Raheem Sterling had the initial opportunity, and it was finished by Adam Morgan. And so Morgan's goal cancels out the earlier one from Amarikwa.
Good work from Liverpool, and at least the Liverpool fans have something to celebrate here at the Rogers Centre. They've come out in their droves. Chuck Ups just beats Roberts, and it was pretty much a tap-in as he comes in there. Adam Morgan, unmarked, behind everybody. It's a great work there.
Raheem Sterling doing the work. Dicoy Williams could not contain him, and there was Morgan to just finish it off. Cordon. Pasher. The middle, ball forward, another shot. Oh, a nice save there by Galle.
Oh, this is really well done. Pasher does it excellently. You see this ball coming here as well, and the way the ball is passed in, there's some weight on it, was absolutely perfectly played.
Liverpool still looking for that late winner. There's another shot, and there's Quillan Roberts holding it nicely. And there is the full-time whistle. And with a lot of second players and reserve players, academy players playing in the second half, I'd have to say the second half was a little more entertaining. We had a goal from each side.
It was. I thought more players for both sides were willing to get forward and create some opportunities and take the game to each other, which made for a better spectacle for the neutrals.